But yeah, anyway, that's Nintendo. We're talking about PlayStation.
Have you got any mentions before we hit the top 5?
Well, we've got the 10 through 6 first, but before that, I do actually. One of them is Shadow of Colossus. Probably, I want to say one of the best games on PlayStation, but it's one of those of, it was new at the time.
I only ever played the demo. I feel like it was when consoles used to come out, they used to always have a demo with them with like multiple games on them. So you'd always play like the first half an hour of loads of different games, and that was on it.
But yeah, I feel like because you never really had played a game where the whole thing was one big enemy and you've got to climb up it to get to the weak point. I feel like that's why it's rated so high, because it was something no one's ever done before, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that was like the first game of like the boss rush.
Yeah, they were like the start of 3D gaming, really, weren't they? So,
but yeah, the soundtrack's very like whimsical and fantasy. The game itself was beautiful at the time. I know they remastered it on the PS4. But yeah, it's one of those games which everyone should play. Another one is Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Lost countless hours to that game.
I looked into it the other day and I completely forgot that when it was released in America they called it Nocturne. When they released it here, it was actually called Lucifer's Call. And I'd completely forgotten. As soon as I seen it the other day, and I was like, oh yeah. I actually forgot about it.
Yeah, it's SMT game. So you know that sort of music that's going to be very dark, gritty. But yeah, that didn't make my list, my top 10 at least. And then Ace Combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get like 5. I think it was 5 or 0. I was going to put in my list. I think it was 0, and it has very like a Spanish sounding track in it, and it's one of those songs you wouldn't imagine. Like if you just played it, you wouldn't go, "Oh yeah, that's when you're flying a fucking jet through the sky shooting at people." But Ace Combat's always had good tracks. And then lastly is Monster Hunter. Didn't make my list because one, I couldn't really talk more about it. All I could talk about was just like some of the changes that's happened over time. But it's Monster Hunter, it's Capcom. Capcom pretty much always have decent soundtracks.
Yeah, they are. Capcom.
But yeah, I've tried to avoid games I've already talked about. But like I had to mention them because, let's be honest, they are probably one of the best.
I went more for games I'd played this time. Maybe a lot of mine will be nostalgia this time because last week for the 360 felt like we was doing like research.
Yeah.
And it was like extra work. I was like, I enjoyed it in some ways, but thought I'd have an easy ride, and we had shorter time to prep.
Yeah.
We only had 3 days, and it's been a very busy weekend this weekend. So.
Yeah, I've had work both days, so I've had to try do that in the middle of doing grinds for gachas. I should only blame myself. But anyway, so have you got any notable mentions?
I have. Most of the tracks in the game are real songs, but I felt like the intro needed to be mentioned, and it's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yes!
I feel like it's definitely top. It's definitely up there for probably greatest intro themes of all time.
I feel like you could put it on anywhere and someone would go,
recognise it. And it's actually a good song as well. And I also wanted to mention
was San Andreas a PlayStation exclusive?
It came out on PlayStation, and then later on I think it released on the free. It was either the original Xbox, but it was a lot later. Like,
oh right, I thought it was a multi-release. Okay.
No. So wanted to mention a few games like WE SmackDown vs Raw 2006.
Yeah.
And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
I completely avoided them because I'm sure they weren't console exclusive.
Well, that was the console what we played in, so I just thought I'd mention them because at the time they was like our jams, and they just had, there was just amazing soundtracks. Definitely great picks of songs. It definitely wasn't a PlayStation exclusive, but we used to play The Sims on PS2.
Busting out. Sims 2 busting out.
I feel like there was one before it, but I always have. It's like a whistle and a hum, what the Sims used to do when they were walking on, and I still have it stuck in my head to this day. So I thought I may as well mention it.
There was another game that's gone out my fucking head now, which I was going to mention, but can't be that important, can it? No.
I also want to mention SingStar as well. We used to have SingStar parties at your house, so I thought I'd just give it a little mention. It was just a fun game at the time on it, so
SingStar was. What was the one with the buzzer? Was it called Buzz or something?
Oh, I know.
Like the game show one. Yeah.
Got all about that actually. Yeah. So yeah, there was.
You had the iToy as well.
And it's before the Wii as well, because everyone always thinks of them sort of things as like Wii games, don't they? But so maybe PlayStation was some inspiration for the Wii.
I wouldn't be surprised, because PlayStation also brought out the iToy, didn't it?
I was just going to say, which one's the one where it's like a remote but with like a ball on the end of it?
I think that was for the iToy, weren't it?
Oh. Nintendo, you cheeky little.
I mean, if someone doesn't, it don't take off, and you can improve it. Yeah, fucking go for it.
Smashed it. And that's it for my mentions.
All right, fair. There's probably some we are missing.
I've only done top 5. I haven't done top 10.
Well, I just do it just so I can mention a few. Like some which it's not really. I don't really place my top like 10 to 6. It's just more of games I can talk about which just didn't make the list. So for my 10th is Fatal Frame 2. It's is it Capcom or Konami? I believe it's Tecmo. Yeah. Okay, Tecmo. Okay.
What's that?
Fatal Frame. It's a survival horror, so Silent Hill, Resident Evil. What the whole the whole gameplay is more around ghosts, and to fight them you use like a spiritual camera to take pictures.
I feel like the main character's an assist trophy in Smash.
Yes,
I thought it was.
So that's where you'll know him from. But all of the soundtracks very like spiritual, very Japanese, but like spiritual, dark, and I just remember playing it as a kid and I loved it.
Adds a lot to the atmosphere. I
remember playing one which came out on the Wii U and used the thing as the camera.
Oh.
And I just remember like sat there doing that, and you just turn around, there's a ghost there. I was like, oh!
Oh, the pad.
Yeah.
The gamepad, of course. I always forget. Everyone forgets about the gamepad.
Yeah, the Wii U doesn't exist anymore. Everyone just sort of went, no. For 9th is Devil May Cry 3. Solid soundtrack. I was tempted to put the first one, but I think the Devil May Cry is just a little bit better.
Well, Devil May Cry 1, it was originally supposed to be a Resident Evil game, and you can tell with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's basically, like, how would you say, ominous sounding tracks with the odd, like, the signature Devil May Cry tracks put into the fights and stuff.
I know Devil May Cry is 8th is Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ooh. I thought Kingdom Hearts would have been right up there for you.
See, I was listening to it, and At the time, I loved it. I loved the soundtrack because it's like whimsy Disney shit. But then I've compared it to some of the others. I went, it's a bit too Disney.
I know absolutely nothing about Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I've played pretty much every Kingdom Hearts game. And also, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 has left a sour taste for the whole franchise.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of negatives about that.
So yeah, maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 has made me look back at it and just go, it's not
too old for you now.
I don't think it's that, because I do still. I enjoy playing Kingdom Hearts 2. 1's a bit clunky, and 3 is just dreadful. But I mean, it weren't the worst game in the world. It was just a bit. 7th is Tekken 5. I feel like Tekken 5 was the one where they started getting the Tekken sound.
Right.
So I will quickly just play the one song I want from Tekken. Which
Tekken 5P.
But you will hear that it has started to get like the Tekken sound, which we all know now, which is like the dance. Like the electronic in it. I know now it's a bit heavy.
So we sound.
Yeah. I did. But we'll have to listen to it. Hopefully it should be a bit better, because we did listen to the audio of last week's, and sometimes the songs did drown us out. But yeah, you can just tell this is where Tekken started getting into like their own sound.
It's very like upbeat and I don't know for a better word to say. I would say arcadey. It does. It's like a distinctive sound, which sounds daft.
But yeah, that was the the one which like made me go, oh yeah, every Tekken fan knows that song. And then for 6th place is Dynasty Warriors 4. Because Eve's in it, and Eve's a fucking banging song.
Eve's definitely like, I would say, one of the greatest guitar game songs of all time.
And if just in case you aren't aware what that sounds like,
it's definitely worth putting on.
this riff.
Dynasty Warriors 4 is quite similar to Dynasty Warriors 3.
Yep.
But it's just a lot more heavy. I still listen to the Mac theme.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's unnecessarily heavy, but also at the same time.
And I still need to finish off Dynasty Warriors Origins, but the very first song is this.
And you sent me
and it's
the
just
link
there
to
like,
it,
oh.
and you were like, it's just all the old songs but redone. I was like, oh yeah.
Also, I would like to take some credit for Dynasty Warriors Origins because I went to a Comic-Con when they was doing a press release for Dynasty Warriors 9, and I nearly made one of the devs cry. I have told this story on my stream quite a few times, but I saw it and went, "Oh, new Dynasty Warriors! I want to play it." Went and played it for about 30 minutes. Come out and the dev came up and went, "Oh, what do you think?" And my reply was, "It's fucking shit."
Oh dear.
And he went, "What?" I was like, "The open world's got nothing in it apart from like 3 little units of troops. The boss's HP makes no sense. Combat's atrocious. Character designs are poor." Like, just went through everything. And by the end of it, it was like, "Oh, what should we do?" I was there like, "Well, if you want to do an open world, make it more of a hub rather than, an open world of, yeah, you can do like little side events and stuff on the world map. That's fine. But then make it so it's a lot quicker instead of spending 10 minutes
to
just to run to the next place."
I feel like some games should be sections instead of open world. I don't think every game needs to be open world.
And what have they done in Origins? They've made the map and hub.
Oh.
And done what I said about each location's there, and they have little spawning side events which happen. So thank you.
At least you bought it as well, so you was like, at least you backed it.
I think I also
sometimes it's you've got to be cruel to be kind.
yeah, but I would like to take some personal responsibility for Origins.
I made Dynasty Warriors. Sorry,
I made Dynasty Warriors great again.
I am. Yeah. Oh no. That's so funny. There are a couple of games I want to talk about actually, what I nearly forgot. One of them being Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3.
Tonight.
And if you want to play a song from it, it's the world. I feel like it's the world tournament.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
I don't think it was Tenkaichi.
Are you sure?
I'm sure it was just the normal one.
I'm sure we played this one.
But it is the world tournament, the theme, what I'd listened to. So when this game came out, YouTube was like just kicking off really. So
Evolution? Let's have a listen to this one.
How long does it take you to play in a site?
an obvious teenager wants to put videos on YouTube. We used to put lip syncing
Is it this
videos.
one? Oh god, internet's playing up today.
Oh dear. So yeah, I had a few videos on YouTube lip syncing to like daft songs, and then I actually sang over one of the songs off this. But I went through a phase where I was like really embarrassed about it. Also, I just deleted anything with me singing on YouTube, and I wished I'd just kept it now because that would have been so funny to play. But I sang over it with like the most monotone voice ever.
We're just trying to get this to work. My internet's playing up today.
No, it wasn't as heavy as this. Sure, it was just the normal Budokai 3.
Okay. That one? I think you made it up.
Yeah, maybe. Try that one. If not, we'll just move on. This is it. It was something like, now that we started, no point in holding back no more. I'm not afraid. But yeah, it was terrible. I just thought I'd mention it because I thought it was quite funny.
Oh, I've just thought of another one. Final Fantasy 12.
Oh. Well, I was actually debating whether to put it on my list. I don't want to go to. Maybe we'll talk about it in a bit.
Yeah. Because I always forget that came out just at the end of the PS2 life, didn't it?
Yeah. I had. I think I bought Final Fantasy 12 and sold it about 3 times. I always like really love it at the start, and then I just get bored of it and just drop it. I will go back and finish it.
Because I bought it for the PS4.
The Zodiac.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's harder. So if you dropped off it on the easier one, the harder.
Well, I actually got further on this
maybe.
because I actually enjoyed the difficulty.
Yeah, maybe it was more engaging. Yeah.
But I can't remember whereabouts I got up to. I think I just did the sewers. And then...
Oh, I feel the sewers are at the start.
No, the second time you go in,
right.
when you start unlocking the summons and things like that.
Right.
I think I just cleared that and carried on. Oh no, I went to Fran's little town.
Oh yeah.
I was going to call them Vieira, but they're not, are they?
No,
are they Vieira?
Like that, yeah.
Because I know Final Fantasy 14's got them in now as playable races.
Yeah, it'll be that then, yeah.
And they sometimes change the names.
I think it sounds right anyway. The other game I want to mention, and I actually thought it was an Xbox exclusive game, but it came out on the PS2 first.
Oh, right.
State of Emergency.
What game?
The soundtrack was actually like I really enjoyed it, but it was just just sounded a bit like cheaply made. It was the music itself was good, but it just sounded a bit cheaply made.
Yeah.
It was like a mix between like typical arcade shooter mixed with like hip hop and drum and bass, and I was just like, yes, this soundtrack's great. But it just sounded a bit. If it got a remaster or like a new game,
I don't think that game could be remastered today.
Well, a lot of the comments on the videos were like, "We're living this now." I was like, "Oh dear."
Yeah, we played State of Emergency quite a lot. I feel like if they brought that game back out, it'd get cancelled so fast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it plays into a lot of the racial stereotypes.
Oh, I see, of course.
And that's a big no-no nowadays.
One thing that was annoying on it, you used to have to play single player to unlock the levels, and then you could play them on 2-player.
Yeah.
Instead of just
I feel like that was a very old normal thing back then, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some games that still do it, like Code Vein 1 still has that sort of thing of if you join someone else's game and beat their boss, it won't get the clear for you. So there are still some games which have that sort of thing.
They did it on when they re-released Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. That was the same. If you played online, it only progressed one of your
And we really wanted to play that game.
I think you did one stream with it.
I think we did one stream with it.
It just disappeared into time.
Well, it's just more the fact of we had to do each stage about 5 times, and it's just there like, oh, come off it. Because by the time you get to the boss, you're just so over-leveled.
And I feel like we played on your profile. So I went back onto mine, and my character was just like an absolute unit.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, this is too easy.
Yeah.
So I feel like I started another playthrough, but anyway, off on a tangent then.
Yeah, very. We've been doing that quite a bit. But yeah, a lot of PS2 games, I know we've not mentioned a lot.
Yeah, they did start crossing over into like dual releases, and I feel like the first consoles had more exclusives.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have the obvious crossover ones, but then it was like bigger named games that dual releasing.
Yeah, so this is when like franchises started to actually become popular, and where multiple companies wanted the game, so they'd start throwing money. And I wouldn't say where gaming started to get a bit.
I feel like
formulaic.
I feel like the generation before, it was just starting to become like mainstream, and then this generation it went really mainstream.
Oh yeah, PS2, Xbox is when it was cool to, well, I wouldn't say cool, but it was more socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Because I remember being in school and talking about games was a big no-no unless you was talking about like the big games, so like FIFA, Halo,
Final Fantasy.
No, that was a big no-no.
Oh,
right. Like just the big common games.
Grand Theft Auto, you could always talk about.
Grand Theft Auto is... The teachers must have thought, if they didn't know what Grand Theft Auto was, must have thought, what the fuck are these kids on? So, oh yeah, I was walking down the street, I just pulled out my minigun and fucking shot everyone up, then got in my car, got a prostitute.
Paid her, killed her, and took my money back off her.
All the teachers were like, oh!
That's why we all grew up to be psychopaths.
Well, I think if anything, our generation's the most sane.
I'll take that.
Because like most of our generation don't care. It's like whatever. But...
Oh yeah, actually thinking about it, games of this generation and this console, you had Hitman, Manhunt.
Manhunt got banned.
Manhunt was great.
I just still remember the plastic bag one.
Oh. I'm sure that was like the first one as well.
So if none of you have played Manhunt, it's like Hitman, but a lot more graphic.
It was like, basically it was like a stealth game, but where the killings were psychopathic. So I think the first weapon you get was plastic bag, and the if you snuck up on people, you had like a charge meter on it, so you'd have 3 stages. And obviously, the higher you got, the more graphic the kill was.
Yeah. Yeah, that game got banned in Australia. I think it got banned in UK.
Yeah, I feel like somebody tried to imitate.
Yeah.
I feel like they just used that as an excuse because I actually remember the weapon they used and it wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
I remember when they said it, we was like, that's not even in the game.
Yeah.
How can you use that as an excuse? It was so annoying. And then they released Manhunt 2, I feel like it was on the Wii.
Yeah.
And it was just like a baby version of Manhunt. I don't think anyone played it.
No, it was pretty much dead and gone.
I wonder if they could get away with remaking it. Because with today's graphics, it would be super graphic. It would basically, it'd just be like watching Saw though, wouldn't it? You're allowed to watch Saw, so it'd just be like playing
Yeah,
Saw.
no, that makes
Maybe
sense.
they
Yeah,
could get away with it.
probably get away with it now. But yeah, this generation was definitely like the turning point of gaming. Of don't talk about it, otherwise you get bullied. Of you could start talking about it, and PS2 was the like go-to for anime games. Because I had a look and you had Berserk. They had a Berserk game.
Yeah, One Piece. They had about 1 million Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah, it's like so. So this generation was also when a lot of people started seeing anime for the first time, and I think there was another anime game as well, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Like another big series.
Right.
Oh, we had like the Beyblade games as well. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Beyblade was huge. Yeah.
We got Beyblade banned at my primary school.
We used to put like nails and stuff in them in woodwork. We used to like, they'd just be like a death trap, but in a Beyblade. You'd be like this.
Well, what we got it banned in primary school for going up to bins and like elbowing to make the dents to make the arena, and then just sit there on the pit,
Rip it,
playing Beyblade, and then everyone just went, "Yeah, we need to stop them from destroying these bins."
That's such a great idea.
Because not everyone couldn't afford to get like the official stadiums. So we just make our own out of bins. Oh, the teacher's like, it's not safe. It's not like, yeah, but it's fun.
It looks cool.
I think at one point as well, Yu-Gi-Oh got banned because all of the fights over the cards.
Yeah, I remember Pokemon cards got banned in school. People was the same.
Oh, people say gamers aren't toxic, even as kids.
We invented toxic gaming. You're welcome.
But anyway, should we kick off now with top
let's
5? Do you want to go first?
Yes, mine's Shin Megami Tensei 3.
Oh, first Atlas game.
Lucifer's Call. Possibly. I feel like it will have been. And I picked for my song the world map theme of the real world. Because whenever I think of this game, that's like the first track that comes to my head. I remember my brother bought this game, and he actually doesn't remember it. I told him that.
This one.
Peggy 18.
Oh.
I told him about it because I rebought it on the Switch, and he was like, "Oh, I don't even remember that game." I was like, "You bought it."
Is it this one?
Yeah. So we went on a caravan holiday, and it rained the entire time. So we absolutely bashed this game. I remember we got to, I feel like it was the mannequin, maybe after the mannequin cave.
Yeah.
It just got stuck after that. It was running in circles.
I've been playing the remaster on my own and got past that, and I've got stuck on Matador because for me it's impossible to hit that fucker. He's got a skill where it's like he dodges one, and then after he dodges it, next time you attack him, he counters. So it's just like, how do I hit you? I should look at a guide really to get past it.
It's common in all the SMT games, but the music changes slightly the more you progress. So I always like that. The battle themes either change a lot if it's like a harder enemy. Obviously boss battles get their own, and then if you're in weird areas, so the they always have lots of tracks, and they either change dramatically or just slightly to let you know that you're in like a harder area or a different area, which I always like. But yeah, it's just great. As well, I've noticed that this soundtrack, a lot of them sound like could be for shopping malls.
Yeah.
But like more intense and more crazy. As weird as that sounds.
But yeah, for those who haven't played Shin Megami Tensei 3, it's your standard Atlas turn-based role-playing game where you only have your main character, and he has a team of demons, which are the Persona.
Pretty much.
And yet again, you don't have the Velvet Room, but you have your place where you go and fusion summon, your compendium.
The World of Shadows.
And so, yeah, it's pretty much the exact same. It's just so much harder.
And if you're playing on hard mode as well.
Yep.
I've raged a lot of this game. Just from insta-death. I feel like insta-death shouldn't be a thing. It's not when if your main character dies in these games, you just lose instantly. Your other demons can't revive you, so if your main character gets insta-killed, it's very annoying.
And you don't have a party either. It's just the main character, which in this case is the Demi-Fiend. And if you played Shin Megami Tensei 5, there's no spoilers, but you know, if you know, you know.
Go on.
So for my number 5.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. just realised what you're talking about. No spoilers.
So my number 5 is Final Fantasy X.
Ooh.
And obviously I'm going to pick the main one, which everyone knows.
I put Final Fantasy X as my number 2.
So we won't talk about it too much, but this. So you want me to go for my 4? Get the notes.
Go on, I'll do mine because mine's already been mentioned. So I've gone for Devil May Cry 3 for my number 4.
Ooh.
So I picked Devil May Cry 3 over number 1. We sort of mentioned it earlier. I'd play one of the Virgil battles. They're always
Virgil one.
So, like we said, where DMC 1 was supposed to be a Resident Evil game, I feel like by the time it had got to number 3, they'd already established that it was now an action game with the odd puzzle elements in it. So most of the tracks are all a lot more action orientated.
Yeah.
But to talk about the game, this game I feel like it went harder into the combos.
Oh yeah.
And some of the upgrades what it got was great. I remember unlocking Quicksilver and Doppelganger. It's just like yes. Obviously, if you haven't played the game, it's a hack and slash action game, but it's a lot more. There's a lot more to do in it than some games. But yeah, the music's pretty much straightforward. It's creepy and atmospheric in just walking around, and then in the battles, it's got the classic Devil May Cry battle themes, demonic voices over hard rock. I wouldn't even say it's metal, and some of it's metal, but I'd say a lot of it's like hard. Well, I would say like an industrial.
Yeah, industrial prog.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of explaining it. But it's got tons of awesome battle themes in it. Most of the battle themes like hard. And the boss battles themselves are sick in this game. If you want to play the HD remastered, I'm pretty sure it's on all modern consoles. And I'm sure they're pretty cheap as well, actually. Sure you can buy the MC 1, 2 and 3
as a bundle, yeah.
I always look at it myself and I just think I've got that many games to play, do I want to play a game? Yeah, that's the way I would I feel like I completed both Devil May Cry 3 stories Spoiler alert, it's 2 stories.
Yeah.
There might even be more than
I think-
that. I feel like I played both the brothers.
Yeah.
I never completed Devil May Cry 1 because I sucked at games at the start and I never went
I
back
think
to
I beat
it.
that about 4 times on
I
PS2.
played- I don't even know what the soundtrack is to Devil May Cry 2. Devil May Cry 2 soundtrack might be the greatest of all time, but I only played it for an hour because it was just some like random Batgirl, I believe, or some ninja girl. And it was just,
Yeah.
we just wanted to play as Dante because Dante was like one of the best edgelord characters at that point. It was just like, yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, Devil May Cry 2, even back in the community, is just, yeah, just avoid that one. Don't play that one. Just go to 3. Because it's like it's not even canon. Because isn't Dev 2 the one where it's got the fucking tanks and shit like that?
Like I
in
say, I remember playing about an hour. I realised we didn't play after that. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, don't worry. As I said, my internet's
I thought
playing
it
up a
broke,
bit.
man. So yeah.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 3, solid game, especially if you like combos, because you go to like D. Does it start at D? D, C, B, A, S,
goes up
double
to, like,
S, triple
triple
S. Like
Um,
smoking sexy style or something, isn't it?
And if you like, like we say, hard soundtracks with creepiness in there, bit of creepy in there.
So following on to the creepy,
Oh,
I've got another horror game, Silent Hill 3. Because this game, well, all the Silent Hills creeps me the fuck out as a kid.
I can say I've never completed a Silent Hill. I remember the demo for, maybe it was a demo for Silent Hill 1 or 2 on the PS. Did they start on the PS or the PS2?
I think the first one was on PlayStation.
And I remember you were stuck in a small square in the town. Not a lot happened in it really, but it was, like you say, just unbelievably creepy.
But yeah, the song I picked is Theme of Laura, or Laura's theme. It's just got that weird like comfiness with the Silent Hill guitar in there. And it's just weirdly off-putting.
The sound what always gets me in Silent Hill is the horn. That just is the sound of Silent Hill.
But yeah, Silent Hill is a survival horror game where you're trapped in the town Silent Hill, trying to survive, and you get attacked by some fucked up things. There's not really much I can talk about the story because one, I forgot it, and two, all of it is spoilers from the start to end. I know Silent Hill 2 just got remade, and I played a little bit of it. I wouldn't say Silent Hill 2 is my favourite. Wait, this is free.
It does say 2 on the picture though.
Yeah. There we go. I just realised then.
How's that like?
But it's just, yeah.
Very creepy.
I remember 3 start off in the amusement park, I believe. Yeah, but Silent Hill 3 is really good horror game. I don't know if it stands up today, the old stuff.
Have they remade it?
They've done the HD remaster collection like around the same time they did Metal Gear.
Right.
But it's not the best. They're quite broken. But yeah, Silent Hill 3 is just an amazing game, amazing soundtrack. If you really, especially if you sat in the dark, headphones on, and you can hear every little thing. It's
Get some jumps.
But yeah, Silent Hill 3, very simple, but it's something I always remember. It's like a lot of people will remember Resident Evil 1, but for me, that's Silent Hill. That's like the horror game that got me into horrors because it's so interesting because how they do all the theming around like emotions and past history and how that affects you. And I was just like, oh, this is really interesting. Obviously, as a kid, a lot of it went over my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Silent Hill. Well, this is going to be quite a long one. Do you want me to go? So mine 3 is Persona 4 Golden.
A Persona game would be in there when you put SMT3 as just a mention.
Yeah, and pick Golden. I know we didn't pick, say, remakes and stuff, but this is technically its own game because it's got more content in it. It's got new soundtrack. But it's, yeah, I feel like this can be. No, I don't want DMCA. Thank you. No affection. No. Oh shit, whereabouts is it? I'll face myself. No, oh for fuck's sake. Oh, there we go. Reach out to the truth. Which is the battle theme. I feel like this is the game where Atlas started getting like their sounds. Like Persona 3, I was tossing up between this and Persona 3 for quite a while. Because the soundtrack's on them very good, but this is more Atlas, where they started going into the more like jazzy, strange styles, while with Persona 3's more rocky and. But yet again, I think this I spent 100 hours, 120 hours on my first playthrough, and that's not counting the others. The cast of characters as well was great. With every Persona, you always have like the 2 units which you just never use. Which in my case was Kanji and Teddy. But everyone was great. I liked as well how the story was darker than Persona 3 as well. Because it was a lot more low scale than 3. And Rise, Chie, Yukiko, Naoto, Kanji, Yusuke was just all really well written characters. But yeah, 100% this was when I think Atlas just went, oh fuck it, should we just put some jazz in with some electric guitars and just see what happens?
Is this the one that the next remake?
Yes. So yeah, this is getting remade, which I can't wait for. Because
the remake tracks of number 3 are amazing. Like, you can actually just listen to them normally and not
and also, I'm just so waiting for the Chad U to come back. the main character. Some of his options were so funny, like the dialogue. It's like something like not about nothing, and you can actually just tell your party members to shut up. Like if they were rambling, just go, I don't fucking care. It's just like, yes, based. But yeah, Persona 4, fantastic game. You could say it about any Persona game. But all of it is just really well written, well paced, some very dark moments, and there's an advert. But yeah, Persona is just like my comfy game now. It doesn't matter which one. I've not played 1 or 2, but I think they're sort of lost now.
They on PS1 or
PS1, PSP.
Alright.
Because a lot of the remakes went to PSP as well.
If you could get
Of course you can. But yeah, these Persona's just my comfy games. I can want to sit down and just chill because they're not hard. I remember Yukiko's fight being quite hard. Yeah, the one thing they did different with this as well, story-wise, was instead of like making them all the characters just accept their bad sides of the Persona. With this one, it was more with they wanted to rebel against it and saying, no, I'm not like that. And then you'd fight them. And then they go, like, actually, I was a bit of a dick. To put it bluntly. But I really liked it because Persona 5, they're very much just very, oh, this has happened. Yeah, I know I need to improve on this. I know I need to do that. Oh, this one, it's just like, no, I'm not like that. Like how kids actually would be. It's like if you walked up to a teenager and just went, stop being a little shit, you're not hard. The first response would be, not like that. Yeah. And obviously with the whole TV world stuff, it's obviously got that fantasy element to it. But it's just nice of, you could even compare it to like nowadays of social media, how you want to see yourself and stuff like that, and it's kind of a nice, it's just aged better with time,
right?
Because it's got more comparisons than back then. But yeah, that's my third play, Persona.
My number 3 is Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh.
Tank of theme, I know.
Yep.
They're all great. Picked Metal Gear Solid 2. I would say, out of all the games what just add to like, where most of the tracks are just like background noise, I feel like it's the one that adds the most tension to it, and how it changes from just like quiet background music what should be playing now. Once you get caught, obviously it goes up a notch and it's like the classic dun, 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 dun. Everybody knows that little jingle. We always remember like hiding in lockers and stuff, waiting for the music to go off, and you're like, oh, I'm no escaped.
Cardboard box.
And then they always save the bangers for the battles. Any boss battle themes usually a banger. There's Yell Dead Cell.
Yep.
That's always classic.
I remember when this game come out and the controversy of not playing Snake.
I loved it, mate. I sucked at games too much to play number 1 properly.
I'd love to go back and play that.
I used to play it, but I would just be like, once you get to like out of the main areas, and I used to play the VR ones for some reason, so I was quite good at them, but the actual game I sucked at. But yeah, played number 2 to the death, and then I bought it again on the Xbox. I think it was like Substance or something.
Yeah.
And it had a skateboarding mini game on it. So I played it again on that, and then I bought the HD remaster on Xbox 360 or Xbox One.
I think that's where I played too.
So yeah, I played it a lot of times. Just a lot of good memories, good fun.
I do agree though, it adds, and this sort of leads into my number 2, which is Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh. There we go. I actually never played number 3. I played some of it on the HD remaster, but I was a proper I was definitely a Metal Gear Solid 2 stan. It was like, I liked the first one, but it wasn't as good as the second one. And then I feel like the third one, it was just like, you'll never be as good as number 2.
No,
So I was just a simp for number 2.
Metal Gear Solid 3, I would argue, is the best Metal Gear. And it's also getting remade.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. Yeah, it's like Alpha or
a Delta, yeah. And I don't know what's up with my internet today. There we go. So this is Ocelot's View. Yeah, the whole soundtrack for this is, well, as you said, just builds and builds. But because it's more tropical and everything, they've been able to use more wide noises and instruments.
Number 2 is quite industrial, so they'll have been able to change it. Right? Wildlife.
And everything in this game just fits. The whole camo system, injury system. So if you get bit by a snake, you have to get the antidote. And like, it's mental how they've made that game for PS2 with how much is in it. And I also remember the one thing of one of the bosses is called The End, and what you used to be able to do is save, start the fight, and then go out of it, change the time, and he'd just die of it.
They did have lots of little things like that. You could change. I remember the boss battle with Psycho Mantis. You used to have to put your controller in the other control pad. They used to do loads of mad stuff. They used to go through your memory cards as well. Tell you what games you've been playing.
But yeah, the Metal Gear Solid I would say is just the best Metal Gear. It's not as like thoughtful as 2 story-wise, because 2 has a lot of what's the word, existentialism.
I don't think I ever understood the story while I was playing it, to be honest. It was just like, you get to the end bit and you just like...
Well, instead of Solid Snake, you're playing Big Boss in this one, and you meet Ocelot, and he's such a cool character. And they also do some like what-if stories at some point, and they're all fucking well funny. The one which comes to my mind is like the first time you meet Ocelot. He sat there with his boulder, spinning around, showmanship. Snake says something like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot me?" And he just goes. And yeah, so Metal Gear Solid, I'd say just fucking play any of them. Like if we was doing top 10 Metal Gear games, we'd also have to include Raiden's game, Vengeance, and it's so good.
Well, if you read anything about it, everyone just says just stick with it. The better you get at the game, the better the game is.
Yeah.
Just couldn't like block on it or anything. Just so.
But yeah, skill issue.
I actually still have it.
But yeah, it's so. But the music in Revengeance is so fucking good. But yeah, we're not talking about that. But yeah, pretty much every single Metal Gear has got memorable music, memorable cast of characters. As you said, first one, Psycho Mantis, Grey Fox, Vulcan,
Sniper Wolf.
Number 2, it's not got as strong as a cast. You've got obviously Raiden.
Raiden's great.
Well, he's not called Raiden then, is he? It's Jack the Ripper.
You have the Colonel, Rose, the bomb guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you don't remember the name, the vampire dude.
Pliskin.
But yeah, like the cast of characters isn't as strong in 2, but you can still remember the archetype.
I could picture them all. It's just like remembering all the names. And I've not played it for so long.
And then with 3, obviously introduce. Well, number 1 had Ocelot in it as well, but 3 is Ocelot. Oh no, number 1 was Liquid Snake, wasn't it? Right at the end.
Yeah, but Ocelot is in them all.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's definitely in them all.
But yeah, like Ocelot. What's that fucking one called? The end. I remember the Swarm, the Wasp, like one of the first bosses you fight. Like the Spirit. I think there's one called. It's like walking down the river and there's a ghost. So it's either like the ghost or the spirit. Not the Ocelot. There's one guy where if you, because like in this game, there's 2 ways of killing bosses, which is getting rid of the health or putting them to sleep. And if you put them to sleep, you get their camo. And there's one which is like a chameleon which blends in. So if you just win that, if you put him to sleep and get his camo, you just win the game. Because no matter where you are, you wait about 5 seconds or something,
Blend in.
you just blend in. It's so funny. But yeah, that's my 2. Metal Gear Solid 3. So we've managed to do 2 and 3, which is nice.
You definitely deserve it. We go through 10. Oh, my number 2.
So yeah.
Is Final Fantasy X.
All right.
I thought we was on number 1 then. I was like, oh, that was quick. So obviously we talked about it a little bit. I picked for the song is Seymour's Ambition. I nearly forgot. What was that?
Trying to find it now.
I also wanted to give a shout out to the hymn song what plays throughout the game.
Seymour's theme?
Seymour's Ambitious might be a bit further down.
Ambition. Oh shit. Not on this.
Yeah, there's like a hymn in the background throughout the game, and definitely been like a random earworm what I've had throughout my life. So I thought I'd just say it. So I don't know if this is just like in my head, but I feel like I've got a theory for Final Fantasy. Since Sephiroth came out, and Sephiroth's just like probably one of the most famous game characters of all time, I feel like they always either make him into a baddie in another game, or they just use like traits of him. So Final Fantasy VIII had Sephiroth, which name is near enough identical. He's a soldier with a sword, and he has a white long cloak, so his design's quite similar. Final Fantasy IX is Kuja, who also has similar hair, and one of his themes is like very, very similar to one of Sephiroth's themes. And in this song as well, I feel like he takes more of his traits where he seems quite normal at the start, a little bit snobbish, and then as the game progresses he just gets more messed up. I feel like this song plays it brilliantly, and it's also got a tiny bit of the prelude in it. Another track in it. It just sounds like a few different songs mixed together, so I really enjoyed it. I was going to pick the Thunder Plains because it's a fun track, and I remember my brother and his friends was all playing this, and it's just after the bit where Riku joins the party.
Yeah.
So I was sat there as a child in a room full of teenage boys, and they all popped off when Riku joined the party. If you know why, you know why. But, yeah, just a bunch of perverts. I was innocent at the time.
I was innocent.
But obviously, the track what you played earlier is one of the most famous game songs of all time.
I feel like 10 has probably one of the most famous soundtracks.
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
Because you have two Sannikins, you have the Blitzball song, that
I'm sure, I might be wrong, but I feel like that was Rammstein who made that song. Is that just one of the random
yeah, that was just a playground rumour that happened. But as I said, I hate the game, but the soundtrack is fantastic.
Yeah,
everything about it fits.
Listen to Yuna's theme, and it actually sounds like Aerith's theme, which is so weird. I only noticed it like the other day, and I was like, oh yeah. But yeah, I wanted to pick 12, but 12 soundtrack is quite samey.
Yeah.
So there's some tracks on 12 what I absolutely love, but I feel like there's a lot more variety in 10, and it's more famous, so I feel like it needed to be top 5.
Well, I'm trying to think of if there was any other Final Fantasy game. Oh, Dirge of Cerberus.
Oh, I just skipped over that. I wasn't really a fan of that.
No, I played it for a bit and just went, eh.
And I'm assuming it'll just be moody, serious.
Yeah. But yeah, so Final Fantasy X. Yeah, it's one of those. Just play it. There's nothing really wrong with just playing it.
Yeah, it's quite an easy game to play, really. There's the odd bit, but it's very linear, especially after 9. Oh, 9, you could just do whatever you wanted, I feel like.
Yeah, you could.
And there was like 2 world maps to explore.
Yeah.
10. But it did go hard into the 3D, so I feel like that will have taken up all the limitations, and that's probably why there is no world map.
Yeah.
But it's still a solid game. It's the last of the classic gameplay Final Fantasies. Maybe a bit more dumbed down.
I wouldn't say that, because the leveling up system's a bit of a beast.
It's hard to say, but if you played it, you know. But it's a Final Fantasy game, so it's still a solid game. The soundtracks are always great.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
No, right, so we are on our number ones. I have a really unexpected pick, I think.
Mine's already been mentioned, so should we do mine?
Yeah, can do.
Dynasty Warriors 3. I was struggling to decide whether to do 4 or 3.
Let me guess, Lu Bu.
Not necessarily. I actually had a list. I made a list of how many bangers each game had, and I decided number 3 had more variety in tracks as well. So I went number 3 in the end. Oh. Jump into Battlefield or Men with Intelligence is quite a famous song as well.
Men with Intelligence. Men of.
So it's still quite rocky, but there's some of the tracks are a little bit more techno-y, sort of like classic game music sort of thing, a bit more arcadey. But it's just so many tracks where you just like and just get hit by nostalgia.
Yeah.
We played this game
That was me with Dynasty Warriors 4.
Right, well, I feel like you had 4 and I played your 4. So
I did have 4, yeah.
The first Dynasty Warriors game I played was Dynasty Warriors 3 as well, so we'll have a lot
I think we did play 2 and 1, but then we dropped it because of how fucking hard it was.
Well, I remember one of my friends had 1, and it was just an arcade fighter, so I weren't massively interested. Because you always had like it might just be me, but I always feel like you had your favourite fighting game and you didn't really stray too far away from it, so I wasn't bothered about 1. And then my brother's friend lent us Dynasty Warriors 3, so we played it, and then I think we bought Dynasty Warriors 2 for like really cheap. And then we realised it was only a single player game, so as soon as we could we got 3, but we did play number 2 quite a lot. But the soundtrack to 2 is similar-ish again to number 3, but a bit more bare bones, a lot more simpler.
Oh, that's because it was on PlayStation.
No, it's PS2.
Was it?
PS2 had loads of Dynasty Warriors. 2, 3, 4, all the Extreme Legends.
You got really into was it Dynasty Warriors Tactics?
Dynasty Warriors Tactics as well was on PS2, but the level scale was just went massive. So yeah, played Tactics, but it was like you played so far, and then it was just like I feel like you had to play it a certain way to be able to carry on playing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when I play games, I like to spread my XP against all my characters. I like to use everybody instead of just picking a set team so we can actually
No wonder why it takes you forever to do JRPGs.
So yeah. So back to the soundtrack. I feel like there's a lot of famous ones, but obviously nothing is more famous than Lu Bu's theme. And to me, the Dynasty Warriors 3 version is the original version. But you had like the Yellowstorm, that's like a big track, Jump into the Battlefield.
Oh no, that's DW.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it is that.
That's Origins.
Arena, that's a good track. Yeah, so there was just low, like every track really is a banger. Yeah, they do like to put random bump behind it early.
But everyone remembers the first time they played Dynasty Warriors, get to Hulao Gate,
I can beat Lu Bu.
and then just see that cutscene of it's Lu Bu!
It's Lu Bu! You haven't played Dynasty Warriors if you haven't been too shotted by a Lu Bu.
No. I love how Origins just turns Lu Bu into a Dark Souls boss. It's so good. But like you've got all like the little minions running about fighting, and it's just like you, Lu Bu, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, sat there all together, and they're telling you to fuck off, and you're still like, no, dodge. Oh no, he's hit me, run! I'm nearly dead!
So everyone's scared of Lubu, and then when you've leveled your character to ridiculous levels, it's nice to go back and just two-shot Lubu back.
I remember in Dynasty Warriors 4 as well, you put the dual functioning, didn't they? And I think like Lubu was one of the first ones that you popped up with.
You could like chip damage him to death, but it would take hours if you did it first time. Yeah, you just dodge, parry it, and then just go. But he always had like an evil aura against him. He'd always have like a shield bar on top of his helmet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they love Lubu and they always want to know.
But yeah, like Dynasty Warriors is just a very comfy game.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cult game.
You sort of play it, hack down thousands of people.
You either love it or you don't.
Oh yeah. It's why I didn't like Final Fantasy 15, because the combat in 15 was so
Just
simple.
hack and slash, yeah.
Was so simple. It made Dynasty Warriors look like it had an intense fucking gameplay fighting system. We all know it isn't. It's X, X, X triangle. Square, 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 triangle.
You had 6 different combos. You had your special attack, you could attack off a horse, or they actually had multiple mounts in Dynasty Warriors 3, which was great.
And the best one was Red Air.
Yeah, of course. But you had elephants. They just had all sorts of animals on it. Obviously, as the games have progressed, they've got crazy. Like you can ride tigers on them and all sorts now. But I feel like Dynasty Warriors 3 was, well, Dynasty Warriors 2 was the only other game, but they went from just horses to multiple mounts.
Was Dynasty Warriors 3 when they introduced Meng Ho? Yeah.
Yeah. That was the demo. There was a Dynasty Warriors 3 demo, and that was the stage what you played.
Oh,
So I think after we'd got bored of Dynasty Warriors 2, in between waiting for us to actually buy Dynasty Warriors 3, we just bashed the demo. So once we actually got to that stage in the proper game, we pretty much blitzed it.
But yeah, we've sang countless hours into the Dynasty Warriors series. I think we've played every one apart from one. One was a 2D fighter.
I had a gap. I played when I set my Xbox up.
Well, I'm gonna say I've not played. I have played 9, but I've never bought it.
I have Dynasty Warriors 7 is the only game where I've got all the achievements on my 360 profile. I was laughing since I was like, nice. Dynasty Warriors.
But yeah, I need to find more time to play Origins and grind that out. Because I think at the minute I'm at the bit where I can pick either Wei, Wu, or Shu.
Right.
And I'm still deciding which team to join. Because Shu was always my favourite.
I like Wu, to be honest. But my main is Ganning. After Dynasty Warriors 3, maybe 4, they ruined Ganning.
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, I liked him in 5 because they made him unique.
Oh, yeah.
And then Dynasty Warriors 6 onwards, they made him a clone
In
of a new
Wu,
character.
who did I play? Sunsei and...
Lu Meng. You pretty much been through every. I think you've been a main to.
I know Dynasty Warriors 4. My Wu character was Xiao Te, the samurai dude.
Of course, yes, definitely. Dynasty Warriors 3.
Was it the Lu Xun, the dual wielder with like the two? Is it size or something he had?
I would say so. I always liked Ganning, Ji Haodong. They're all great. Some characters suck more than others, but they're all fun to play.
Well, my favourite for Shu's obviously the who's very simple. The poster by himself.
Yeah, every character's fun. My brother's a Lubu stan, so he's the most basic of us all. Me and my brother recently bought Warriors Abyss.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to buy your way, basically, through all the characters. And and he basically just went in a line to Lubu. He's like, oh, I've unlocked Lubu already. I was like, what? So, I don't even think I've played Ganning on it. There's so many characters on it though.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for another update, but they've released Origins. I feel like they've released some other games. I feel like Koei's knocked in loads of games in the last few months.
Yeah, no,
So
they
I'm
have released
assuming-
quite a few.
I'm assuming that's why Abyss has not been touched for a few months.
Yeah. I need to play some more of this, actually.
It's actually really fun. Works really well with the roguelite.
I have to appreciate the way Warriors is going now with Origins and stuff, because I just feel now they're back on track. They've stopped like going, oh, we should try this. They've gone, no, we need to remember what made them good. It's just the endless hack and slash going through thousands on your own, with like new mechanics and stuff. Because with Origins, it's you only play the main character, you don't play anyone else apart from like odd times. But you pick like your weapon.
A lot off the other base off the other
Yeah,
characters.
so mine are the chakrams from like Sunshine's Yang. Because they're just really fun to play. Obviously, you have the sword, chakram, spear, Xiaodun's big sword,
Scimitar.
I've got the claws, and there's another one I can't. Oh, staff. I just picked the chakrams because they're fucking well fun. But yeah, so that's Josh's 2, Dynasty Warriors 3.
No, that was my number 1.
Oh, 1. Shit.
So your number 1 next.
Right, so this one needs a bit of introduction. Because this is only known by the people that have played Nier, or which is Drakengard.
Oh, I have heard of it.
Made by the mad lad himself, Yoko Taro. Oh no, 2 wasn't made by Yoko Taro. Was it 3? I know one of them wasn't made. I think it was 2, and then Yoko Taro took back over. But this led into the Nier games, and the one thing everyone says about Nier is 2B's arse. And the music. Let's be honest, 2B's a entity now that is just taken over fucking everything.
Yeah, definitely a staple character now in gaming.
But it's very simple fantasy, dragons, flying, some ground combat. The controls weren't the best. It was a bit rough. But the story's fucking incredible. And it's all this like symphonic, operatic soundtrack, and it just hits. Every single game hits. The only reason why I picked 2 is it's the one I remember the most. I know 1 and 3 are together. I can't remember where 2 comes. But considering this was made on PS2 and it then went into Nier, and I think it was 3, one of the secret endings was like a wormhole opens and you end up in Tokyo, and then that's where the story for Nier kicks in after all of that, of the white dust or something off one of the aliens. AKA Yoko Taro just went, how many things can I put in one story on board? But yeah, it's such a masterpiece, this game. Everything he took, well, not everything, some of the pieces he just knows how to make a good soundtrack and make it fit the world. So why I'm looking forward to somehow getting Nier involved. Because I think every single Nier game has been multi-console.
I'd look into that.
I think the first Nier was Xbox 360 and PS3.
I associate Nier with PlayStation, but Drakengard is PlayStation exclusive. because I randomly a track played from Drakengard 3. I have a massive playlist of game songs, and then it doesn't shuffle properly, and then it just goes on a mad roll. On any platform, if you make a playlist of over 100, just never cease to play your playlist. So a random song came on, I was like, what's this? So I actually looked, I was like, I've never heard of this game, so I looked into it, and I was like, oh, alright. And then somebody put on Drakengard 3 for the Switch. So I was like, oh, I looked, and it wasn't, it was just a lie.
Yeah.
That was good too. But yeah, so
I do hope they remake these games, because I feel like a lot of people got into through Nier Automata, and then they remastered the original Nier, and a lot of fans haven't played Drakengard, and it'd be nice for people to go back and see what led up to Nier to understand, because for some reason Yoko Taro just likes going, oh, we're going to do a collab with this game, what new lore can we add to Nier? Like, for example, the Nier raid for Final Fantasy XIV. No one thought that was going to be canon. It was. It all helped the Nier lore, and Yoko Taro also said to Yoshi P, the director of 14, oh, after the raids get cleared X amount of times, can we just wipe a server? And Yoshi P just went, no! We can't just wipe a server. It's not like, oh, but it'd be fun though, wouldn't it? But yeah, Drakengard is just a really solid game. Yeah, the controls can be a bit clunky.
same with loads of old games now.
But it's every single soundtrack is just hits.
As someone who's not played them, you can sit and listen to the soundtrack. Sometimes you just don't care about games that you play and haven't played. They're definitely a good soundtrack.
But it's just like one little bit of your memory. And like when we said PS2, this didn't even come into my head for ages. And then one day I was walking to work and Spotify just put in PS2 songs, and like a lot of it was like Need for Speed and Midnight Club LA, and then randomly this song, one of these songs popped up and went, oh yeah, add that to my list, and I had to put it first place because I think this was the first time I actually stopped playing a game to listen to the soundtrack. Like, not even press pause, just stop and just listen, even as a kid. So it must have had something going, if even as like a kid I was just like, ooh, this sounds good. But yeah, it's my first place. This is like my proper nerdy side now coming out, because I know not a lot of people played these games. I can't even remember where I played it, how I played it. I just remember I played all of them. And then I didn't play Nier, the original, and then I played Nier Automata and went, oh yeah, the remake's coming out. I should really go back and play that one, and then remake came out and I loved it. But yeah, that's my number one, Drakengard. It's such a good little game. But yeah, so that's my that's the top 5 for PS2. Just go over, mine was Final Fantasy X in 5th, Silent Hill 3 in 4th, Persona 4 Golden in 3rd, Metal Gear Solid 3 in 2nd, and Drakengard in 1st.
Mine was Shin Megami Tensei 3. I can still never say
Megami.
Devil May Cry 3 in 4th, Metal Gear Solid 2 in 3rd, Final Fantasy X in 2nd, and Dynasty Warriors 3 in 1st. I think all mine have numbers on them.
See, I could have put any. I think I could have put any Drakengard in there, and it wouldn't have affected anything.
So we need to decide what to do for next week. Have you got anything what you want to do?
Well, I feel like we should leave consoles alone for a second. I was thinking of more a series, Dynasty Warriors top 10. Oh no, fuck that.
I feel like that'd be quite easy to do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know actually. Try different formats. I think. Like we could try a tier list, or where we both bring 5 songs and then we both rate them on the like S to F or something, and see and then try and argue of why it should go higher or.
Yeah, and at least as well now, if we're doing episode a week, at least we've got a week.
Yeah. We should be now back to one a week. Yeah, it's just how time schedules work. This one's happened very quickly.
At least be next month.
So, have you got any ideas or?
Well, like we said, we've thought about the top 10 for songs. You've mentioned doing gacha games or.
I'd be so I will say now, if we do gacha games, Persona 5X won't be getting included because pretty much all of the soundtracks just from Persona 5, and even if they have like the new intros original to it, but all like the new original stuff still sounds like Persona 5. So I'm just there like, I don't think any of the songs are gonna be included. If we do gacha as well, I'm avoiding all Hoyo games and Koro, just to make it a little bit harder for myself. So I don't just go HSR, Wildfire, Project Grey Raven. I feel like I actually sit and listen, because there are a lot of gachas I've not listened to. For example, Grand Blue Fantasy. I know Blue Archive's got a few. Which I know of because I play Rhythm Game and that's just got included. Obviously, like Reverse. There's a new gacha game as well, which is like Silver and Blood or something. I need to listen to that soundtrack. There's loads of gachas I've not listened to, and I feel like it'd be better for me to actually explore instead of just going down the Hoyo and Kuro rabbit hole. But for gacha, you don't really know gacha games, do you?
Not recently, but I have had it in the past, so I'd probably just pick like ones that I know and then just go from there or something. Yeah, we could stick. Well, we could always go back to consoles and do Dreamcast. Or,
yeah.
We said, didn't we? We wanted to split PC up and like mobile stuff. So obviously, if you take gacha, that sort of splits them two up into like a different separate category.
Most gachas do come out on PC now. I know first it was just mobile, but since how big that fucking genre of games got now, it's just everywhere.
Prints money, don't it? Yeah.
I don't know. We'll think about it and figure it out. This is quite unsure. But it is quite hard now because I think we've done like the 3 big consoles. It's now going into like the smaller ones.
Yeah. Well, there is still some big ones, and we do want to go through most of the consoles, and then obviously we'll think of different things. Like say, we want to test out, see if a tier list would be fun or.
Right now, we are just testing shit out and seeing if it sticks.
Ironing the creases out.
But I do feel like now we should try out different things rather than just keep doing this, and then because otherwise we're gonna run out of consoles.
Like say, we've got game series. Yeah, I've got a couple.
I wonder what game series would be the hardest to do. But
it'd have to be something big, where we actually know individual songs and not just soundtracks.
Yeah.
So we did mention doing a Final Fantasy tier list. Maybe do that.
Yeah, we could do.
Do that as the next one.
Yeah, we could do Final Fantasy 1. Yeah.
We'll have to get a list up of all the games and then see if we need to make any cuts or.
Yeah.
Because there's like multiple versions of the same games or is it worth just doing the main series?
I was going to say, yeah, if we do Final Fantasy, is Final Fantasy 14 count as a main series?
I'd say so.
Yeah? Well, there's my top 10.
Well, we could do. Maybe we could do a tier list and the top 10 songs of Final Fantasy. See
Yeah.
how long or. Because I feel like if we did a tier list, you'd go through it pretty quick. If it would just be 1 to 16, maybe like Tactics, Type 0, like the main games. So I feel like really, once you've said what you've said about it and placed it into place, so maybe after that, do your top 10 favourite Final Fantasy songs.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Try that way, see how that goes.
Yeah, right, okay, so we decided next week's Final Fantasy top 10.
Tier list.
And tier list, yeah. Right, everyone, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Well, we'll see. Well, I'll put an announcement on the Discord. I need to get set Nightbot up for this account. I keep forgetting to do that. But that's been the podcast. Thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll see you all next week.
See you later.
Cheers.